listeners. Bernard, they appeal to a particular group of listeners. If you put the two of them there and you tell me to listen, I'll choose Bernard because Bernard will give you intellectual analysis. He will bring finance. He will bring politics.
But who
And
the masses they listen to? The masses, you know. You see that the masses, bro.
They are basically wrong comparison because Abronia is a clear politician and this one is a journalist. So obviously, Abronia will appeal to a certain section of even the MPP. So MPP for me is people bore me because I don't like what he did, even though he's MPP, you know, and because of the
journalist.
Yeah, what he's doing is journalism, isn't it?
I mean, obviously, right now, you can just buy a microphone.
Yeah, why not why not when you buy microphone and lights, no, you be journalist, bro.
You know what, like
bro, hold on. Mr. Granty.
See, honestly, yeah.
Even between Bernard and Okotije FIFA be more popular. Between Bernard and Kelvin Taylor is more popular.
You know why? It's not because Kelvin Taylor is more experienced than Bernard. Or it's not because Okataji is better than Bernard. This is because
No, Bernard is sensible past the names I mentioned all.
Yeah. But it's because he's doing the bidding of certain people. You understand? So obviously they will right now, Okatachi right now, he's popular in MPP than most people in MPP themselves who are even known people. Okatachi is a darling boy right now. They believe that Okatachi can be one of the people that can bring them back into power. And I don't like to whatever he's doing is working for the party a bit. Coming as though he believes in business class. They address everybody in some way, trying to correct everything. In opposition, that is where you make your name in politics. And it is working for him. It's like with power. Nobody really go listen now. So if you watch right now, he is one of the brave, maybe one of somebody way if you see maybe go against the government in terms of talking.
By the time you put the power, videos they way the firebone you put to.
That one they show how he did. You see, he claims he loves MPP. And anybody that loves MPP, one way or the other, some things go on where like. Some more things go on where I know like.
Yeah, but Kelvin Taylor is originally an MPP guy though. You know that.
He keeps claiming that in fact he has shown him
party card holder, yeah.
But you see, that one, the meaning is plus every 4 years that card is expire. So the fact that I get like all expire. You understand? So the fact that you have that card does not mean that you are like it's in your blood or like me. I go feel for NDC looking at the candidates involved. If I think NDC is doing better, I can vote for NDC. But I'm a party lawyer. I'm a party faithful. It doesn't mean anything. I can choose to put Ghana first and decide on who to vote for. You understand? Just like our next election, like it's difficult choosing between all the candidates the political parties are bringing. Most of them get their disadvantages and things. So when the time comes, we will look at who is best fit. I don't think I will look at party colors men. If I think Ken will be problematic to the presidency, I will think twice. If I think Baumia has lied too much and is not popular in the eyes of Ghanaians, I will think twice. If I think Julius Dembra is too corrupt and can't really handle that office or what down Mahama has done, I will think again. If I think Isi Lonketia might be an authoritative dictator, I also think twice about it. So
about Isi Educator, is he really coming? Because I see some video.
He hasn't really publicly said anything, but within them, when politics and when there's a rumor, believe it.
Yeah, I see some video where they like, like they try, send some message.
About Mahama in next time.
No, I seen like in the camp.
Like if you watching composure, then we
yeah, but the video self, the way he smiles self, some way. But listen, the man I listen, I feel say he will be a good president, but what he go helping is he go reduce corruption. Corruption there go reduce that. But when they come infrastructure and some things, they go slowly.
Sorry, I didn't have you on this. You talked before.
Yeah,
I disagree with you. But you know why I disagree. You see, what Ekufuado presented himself as the Ghanaian savior. Maybe he had good intentions, but he
Mhm.
realized that the job over, So it's difficult to speak good for somebody in terms of what you have seen or heard them say. You understand? It's even is becoming blunt now, so if you make some wise, funny statements like, and some other won't pay you, man, the answer you see those kind of, it
Charlie,
makes
your
sense,
mind,
but it's funny.
bro. I like in comebacks. You always have some
Yeah,
solid comeback.
yeah, and it always they left something at the back of your mind. You they like him, but you don't know. Still say they like him. In this way, so you know what they do. If you listen the way they talk, in approach to things, the shadow, the walking, the camera they put on them,
Mhm.
all those things. Right now, Julius Zebra Twitter they do work weekend. You see, so everybody then strategy way you say you want to see the numbers you go people, you want to see the people with the day back. And it will be a very interesting contest because within the NDC, um, they haven't really had a serious contest comparing them to the MPP, right from 1992, from Rollins in time, from Atanos, from Mahama, from whoever. They haven't really had that proper contest.
You see,
So,
Julius Bro, he say he won't bring the youth more, bro. The youth they go steal money, bro. The young boys will they try bring plenty young boys, bro.
no, me, I feel say say that be the wave now, so they jump on now. And they used to know say this be the chief of staff. If you want anything right now, if you You see, so all the mind games, politics, everybody be inside for what they want. Just that some people will eventually be used, and that is it for you. That is the whole idea of politics. You just the champion or you the champion somebody in the agenda, but you get agenda, and you
But
won't meet your
honestly, Mr. Crampton, Mr. Crampton, let's be honest here. You see, the options are they on both sides, whether NPP or NDC, they're not be viable options. If this be the people they go vote for in the next elections, like
and that's my point.
you sure say
And that was
Ghana
my
get
point.
food stamp?
And that was my point during the 2024 election. That the people we represent them to be safe. I don't think any of them is competent. I don't think Ghanaians voted for Mahama because they think he's come to do a better job. It is because the party in power did them wrong. So, in summary, what you will say is that a political party who is in power may lose power because they have become unpopular. And an opposition party will gain power because the political party in power has become unpopular. So, if you do opposition, you go fit come power based on the weakness of the incumbent. And if you're an incumbent, you will lose an election based on your weakness. So you see, it's a cast both ways. It doesn't mean that NDC is a better government. However, since they've come into power, we don't have anything to hold against them to say that we regret voting for you. In fact, they were smart enough to work on the exchange rate. And right now, where it is, people are not even angry, even though it's steadily rising.
Yeah.
But we believe that some of the measures they are putting in place, like the gold board, listening to the advantages of what that institution will do, I think maybe they can do something about stabilizing
What's
the city.
sustainable? No, be
Well,
you
it's
see,
not sustainable, but
yeah,
let's see.
since Mahama starts this administration, me for one, I know criticizing like in governance so far, because like it's still too early. You know, chop 1 year yet, right? So I just relax. But I know as dollar started drop, CD they rise and all. I was like, yo, make we give them time, make we give them a year and a half. Then we go see how stable it be, right? But looking
Globally,
at
so you
things,
said that
bro, it know be
globally,
sustainable. You know,
but you see,
then
globally, forex,
then just
listen,
cook some
global.
small finance giveaway. The
That's
studies
true.
are the shoot about like it go fall back.
That's fair. But you see, politically, you are speaking economics. Politically, it looks good for them. The optics they favor them because if I check their rates and I'm comparing it to the previous government, I will give all the credit to this government as
Yeah.
though the finance minister has done something magical. You understand?
Yeah.
We can only hope for the better. That's whatever they are trying to do to stabilize the city, they should do it and it should work for them. But globally, forex has become volatile. you will wake up one day and a certain financial news has changed the market, which may cause an appreciation or a depreciation. You understand? So the volatility to they make very unstable because anything can happen. Trump can wake up tomorrow and say something and a lot will change in the market. You understand? So, and there are people that control some of these things, you know, whether you like it or not. The powers that be, they control the foreign exchange, and that is the fact. You know, something China can do something right now is going to affect the foreign exchange. Russia can do something right now, it's going to affect foreign exchange. India can do something right now, and it will affect foreign exchange. You know? And I mean, that is where the world has gotten to. So if you really get people who are putting measures in place to stabilize the economy or the currency, what then, or why then must they be changed? Like, why should we change them? Assuming the elections is next year, why should we change NDC for NPP to come? Why? Does it mean NPP shouldn't also campaign? Because right now, for NDC to lose power, they must really do something bad. That is why one MP said that he wants Mahama to fail so that NPP can come to power. He was speaking politics, but people were judging him morally. That is a political talk. Because if Mahama doesn't mess up, NPP can never come to power. It is impossible.
True though.
Assuming 20 by 2028 and dollar day 7, which will not happen anyway, but assuming it is 7, sorry, NPP will get 2%. I did tell you.
True.
Because I mean, why are we changing the government then? Somebody that took it to 17, somebody that got it to 7. Let's take them out. For what reason? In fact, the finance minister will be the most popular man in Ghana. People will call for him. Maybe said you don't do anything, or maybe something will just happen. Maybe you go reach the 7. But once you are in office at the time, oh, you are the man.
But on both sides, the candidates all be shaky, bro. Because when we look at MPP,
okay. Yeah, but like, yeah, what Mr. Cranton, what did they talk here? Right. Let me take you back to after Kufuor's, so 2008, right? 2008, the Kufuor chop for like 2 terms, right? He chopped 8 years. Where then who the Mills against Akufo-Addo.
Yeah.
Mills came to power, but a lot of like a large section of Ghanaians do they believe say the Kufuor administration wasn't bad, but still Mills came to power. So
because
let me help.
because we don't like Akufo-Addo.
We all for not say, yeah, we all for not say Mahama did like a very critical point, right? After this term, you don't get any chance to recontest, right? So it'd be totally new faces we they could present with, right? Where those new faces, I'm not sure say Ghanaians go talk say, oh, because Mahama falls, make we give the nod to the NDC,
So
make them like there's no guarantee.
That is the exceptional.
There's no
But let's
guarantee.
go back to 2000. Let's go back to 2008, as you said, right? With 2008, what happened was that Alan Chairman was seen as the established candidate for the NPP, and it was believed that the president at the time supported Alan Chairman against Akufo-Addo. So within NPP itself, there were internal wranglings where people decided not to even show up for Akufo-Addo because they thought Alan Chairman was going to do a better job, even though he succeeded to Akufo-Addo in their primaries. Now, what happened was that at the end of the election, NDC had also won majority in parliament already. Some of the elections delayed. In fact, we had to do 10 constituencies, I think, in the Brown Hartford region at the time. NDC had majority in parliament already, so the MPP boycotted that election, where they didn't vote. Before 10 and before other, I think 15 months or something like that, there were other constituencies, like 2 more, that had to re-vote or their votes were not added yet or something. But at the time, Nanado was leading. But when we boycotted 10 elections, we lost both. That is where NDC came into power. But at the time of the 10th election, NDC already had majority. So the party felt like if NDC has majority, then obviously, even if we win the election, we are going to suffer. And also, there was an outstanding internal wrangling between the Alan section, which was seen as the establishment, and the Akufo-Addo section. Do you understand? So that is what actually happened. So the dynamics of this election, as you said, is that Mahama is leaving office. So we are not seeing an election between an incumbent or a certain president and an opposition government. We are seeing new faces. The good political parties are bringing new faces. And with NDC, we haven't really had any proper election for this one looks like a particular election where they have a lot of viable people presenting themselves to be candidates. If you look at the last election, it was between Mahama and Dr. Kufu, Dr. Dufour. Dr. Dufour, at the die-hard minute, a day before the primaries, stepped out or stepped down from the election. So we haven't really seen any proper contest with regard to election when it comes to the NDC. So this one will also be a very interesting one in terms of who will support who, how the party may be divided, how the party will unite for victory. That is the advantage MPP has by going for their contest early. By next year, February, right, MPP will have a new flag bearer, where our constitution makes the flag bearer the leader of the party. A lot will happen with him. International bodies will engage with him. He will have the ability to speak in a lot of places where the media will have to cover. He will eventually become popular. NDC will be waiting for the next or the last 2 years of Mohammed's term to, go and do their contest. And that is where Mohammed's administration may well go, because at the time, most of the people that he might have appointed will have their own political agenda. So they may resort to, getting or wearing their election boots and showing themselves as presidential candidates, thereby making or diverting attention from government's work to NDC election machinery. That is the disadvantage for this Mohammed's last thing, just because he doesn't have another term. Another reason is that because he's leaving office, people don't owe him that allegiance, where we can say that we will vote for who Muhammad is supporting. He doesn't carry that power because he's leaving office. You see, that is why the two people in the contest, who is the chief of staff and also the party chairman, who carry a lot of weight. One as the head of the political party in power, and one as the head of government's business. So, in a way, they are at par in terms of power and authority. So it's a very clean contest. They are almost at par with the president in terms of party level, not constitutional level. They are. So they all carry the same influence. So they may never have an establishment candidate where we will say that the presidency is supporting Julius Zebra. No, a lot of people are also in the presidency who got there because they see even Kessia vouched for them. So you cannot whip that person into line that presidency of Julius, it will be Uncle Julius. You may not really get that happening. That is why I was making that establishment candidate. I mean, the 2008 conversation about Alan Sherman saying Kufuor, because we were a sitting president and was an incumbent president, even though it was his last term and we were in power, everything was showing as though NPP was still going to win. He carried a lot of weight because he was dealing with a trade minister and a foreign affairs minister or an attorney general at the time. So between the two, he carried a lot of power. So he could determine what should go. I think at the time, Alan Sherman was an ambassador to the United States. He wasn't even a minister, but he came with a lot of money. So looked like he was the guy. Everybody wanted him to come, just like how Kufuor wanted Bawumia to come, and the silent Alan. You see, so then Bawumia became the establishment candidate. So within the NPP to right now, the leader of the party is the chairman. The chairman has taken a leave, a sick leave. Now our party chairman is an acting chairman, Chairman Buti, who doesn't carry enough power to whip anybody in line. So it's an equal and a fair ground where Kennedy and Bawumia are seen on the same level. We are not dealing with a vice president and a former MP. We are dealing with two men who want to be president or who want to be flag bearers of a political party. There is also a fair ground over there. So Bawumia now is not an establishment candidate where you can force MPs to support him. You can't do that because we are not even in power. So everybody is equal now. Everybody can do whatever which they want. Who is Let me also show money. That is why Brian Champon is working or talking about the money. talking about paying people 100,000 Ghana cedis a month, which is capable of doing, talking about how they paid